So let's go to our final topic here, and I'll be wrapping this up. I was at the beach. I mentioned this in the previous couple parts here when we were talking about stuff, and what the guy that I was talking about with the Titans hat that I refused to talk to and not want to have a conversation with, he was watching his grandson, and his grandson had this Power Ranger toy. It was, I don't know, it was like Turbo, Dino, something, Ninja, Star Galaxy, whatever the one they're at right now. But it reminded me of a time where I really loved those Power Ranger toys. And I immediately went back to a place where when Power Rangers first came out, and I don't know if it was like with you guys, but it was really hard to find a Power Ranger toy. These things were like sold out everywhere you looked in like Toys R Us or in like Target or wherever. And so my dad would actually, after every day from work, drive around to a new toy spot just to look for this thing. And my sister and I were just so desperate. And like one day he finally came home and I got the Green Ranger and my sister got the Pink Ranger. And we were just like ecstatic. Like it was over like the course of months to be looking for this thing. And like we finally got it. And then like a couple months later, I finally got like Toys R Us allowed us to like put a hold on the Dragon Zord. And I got that as well. And I was just like, super happy. So this toy, like, my topic is, was there a toy that you really wanted as a kid and that you either eventually got or you didn't get, but something that like you were just so crazy about that you thought your world wouldn't exist if you didn't have this toy?
Oh my gosh, man.
Okay, well, I can dive into this. Rocco, I don't know if he'll remember this, but he had something that I wanted so bad. It wasn't much of a toy, but it was an item, and it was a GoPed.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so bad. And I begged my parents all the time, and they never got it for me. Never did.
I remember that one.
So if you got one right now, would you go crazy and ride it for like 20 minutes? And then you'd be like, I don't know.
He's like, oh, yes.
Yes.
What kind of things did you try, Ian, to convince your parents that you needed a GoPed?
I used to say Rocco has one, and we want to go places, but we can't.
Because you don't have one.
So Rocco's got one.
But we
want to go places, but we can't. I love that one.
Rocco can, but I can't.
He can go to the store. I can't go to the store. It's too far. I gotta get a GoPed.
But we made some cool things with that GoPed. You remember, Rocco?
Yeah, I do. Oh man. Like, real quick, guys, tangent real fast. We used to tie a rope around our waist with the GoPed, around the person that was driving the actual GoPed, and the rope would be tied to a pedal go-kart that was really light that you would have to pedal with your feet. We would tie it to the front of that and pull it. So we would go about 15 miles an hour in the GoPed, the person with a rope around their waist, tied to the front of a go-kart.
Oh my God,
whenever
that's so
someone would be
dangerous.
an asshole, which happened often when Ian was sitting in the back riding,
You just hit the brake. Oh,
yeah, exactly. He would pull this e-brake back, and he would yank the person that's on this cart pulling him off the cart.
Oh my God!
By their hips. It was terrible. He liked to be that jerk off. Let's just say. I love the kid, but he was always the one that you're like, I'm not gonna do that, man. That's kind of like a dick. And he was like, that sounds like a plan. Crank.
I was gonna say now.
It was definitely fun.
Now, Rocco, your mom's gonna know. Hey, we used to do that. And now she's like, oh my God, no.
She's like, oh my God, I was always freaking out, and I know exactly. I was freaking out for reasons that were true. I knew they were doing shit like that.
Don't worry about it.
We're fine.
Very responsible.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're cool. Don't worry about it. Yeah, what happened to your waist? It looks like.
Oh, actually, no. You want to take that one step further? Remember Matu? We did that, but we did it with a car.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was with the longboard. That wasn't with the car. Well, we did the cart too once we got a car, but GoPed was first. We weren't 16 yet.
That's true.
So we were definitely riding around the GoPed. I love that thing, man. That was a lot of fun, and I could see why that was definitely a toy you would want.
Like that, I got really injured. Well, you got injured too, because your brother would sit up back and hit, and we do a wheelie and flip me over once. And
over on that sidewalk. I remember this one. Yeah. So I got that gift, by the way, unexpectedly. It wasn't even something that I had wanted, and my father always gets me some pretty cool gifts whenever it came around to like Christmas time, but it's never anything you ask.
Still does.
It's just something that comes out of nowhere, and that GoPed was definitely a sweet ride. I don't know. Anybody else here owning a GoPed?
No, I knew a couple people always wanted one.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah. Steven had one right there too.
Yeah, I did too. I actually that was one of the things I wanted too. But the thing is, I opened all my other presents, and like I thought I didn't get it, but I was one of those kids who were like, okay, I didn't get it. You know what I mean? I'm still sad about it a little bit. Then I went into my room, unlocked my door, and there it was. There it was.
Not any further. I'm one of those kids that's like this. I didn't get it, but I'm still sad about it.
Yeah. I'm still sad about it. That was
the blue character.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Did you, Steve, when you saw the GoPed, did you Nintendo 64 kit it? Did you just like freak
Oh, dude,
out?
I did that.
I always remember that one. Yeah, I remember that.
man.
Oh yeah, James Bond. Remember that 007 and 64?
Oh yeah, and I'd still whoop Smash Rocco.
I actually have a picture of Rocco, and like on one of my birthdays, and we're all like all my best friends and everything. We're all like on the floor, like playing that game, like all four hooked up to the freaking thing, playing
Nice.
007.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
as far as a toy, man, honestly, I know this sounds bad, but I generally got everything I wanted.
You
I really
spoiled
did.
son of a bitch.
I
Well, no,
did.
it's okay if you
I
didn't get
did.
it. I'm just curious if something that you really, really like. What was something that you just really, really wanted, and maybe you got it, and that's awesome. But like something that's like just above all other toys. What toy do you remember? Just God, I hope I get this. God, I hope I get this.
Oh man, I don't know, Rocky. You want to take it while I think real quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna start it off. Well, I also think too, and I'll let Stephen go after this one. But this is not a toy. I mean, it's a toy. I guess you can call it a toy, not a toy, whatever you want to call it. And I wasn't a kid either, but I was super excited about wanting to get this. And this was still, I guess you would say I was still a kid. I was in college, man. We're still kids then. Just older kids. The Wii. When the Wii was first coming out, like. It was unbelievably difficult to try to get yourself a Wii. I sat out everywhere waiting to try to get a Wii overnight and like 3 different locations.
So did I.
Unable to get myself a Wii until one night I sat out there with my friend Seth Jones, a part of the lacrosse team SCAD. We sat outside of Sears one night, all night long, to find out that we were the first two sitting there waiting in line because they had said, I think Sears is going to do it too. So we sat out there, and then people eventually came and like started following behind. And there was about 100 people in this line. And when we got to the end, when they were like, all right, everybody walk in, Sears is open, let's get here. And they're about to hand out the Wiis. Me and my friend Seth are in the front. They said, we are so sorry, guys. We only have 2 Wiis. As much as that sounds like bullshit, that was a reality for us in our lives, and we were a little afraid about if we were going to make it from where we were at in Sears to the parking lot, because 100 other people knew, or at least 98 other people knew, that the 2 of us had Wiis.
Oh my God.
So that was like a huge thing. I really wanted to dive into the video games that Wii was going to be creating, because Nintendo was like a love for me. It's always been a love for me since I got into it with Nintendo original to the 64 and all up above. So the Wii for me was like, I want to get into it. I want to play the new games. I want to test out this controller that's going to be all about, motion detection. Totally different aspect to what I'm used to. I sat out there and I grinded the overnight thing for it. Can I think of something when I was young? I'm kind of in the boat where Steve said, a lot of the stuff that I put on a list, I tend to have gotten. Not always what I had wanted. Sorry, Mom, I'm going to go out there with this one. And I'm sure you're going to probably listen and you're going to be like, oh my God, you wanted that other thing, we got him that thing.
I don't like He-Man, Mom. I wanted freaking Superman.
When I was young, I was really into guitars for a second, and I really wanted to learn how to play guitar. I really was passionate about wanting to play guitar. I will say that when I was younger, my parents, they always did the best that they could for us. They weren't in the best financial situations, at their times in their lives. They were still young parents, but they always gave us everything we could. So I had asked for a guitar, and they got me a guitar. I love you, Mom. I love you, Neil. I love you, Pops. But it was an electric kid guitar.
Oh!
I felt like I was a little bit older. I felt
You were
like
24.
I wanted to really experience something a little bit deeper, and I wanted an acoustic and not an electric. I'm gonna shed a tear. But no, for real though, I would have to say that the Wii was definitely one. That acoustic guitar was one for me when I was younger. It was I wanted to be able to play a little. The one they had got me was smaller. It was, like I said, they saw this awesome great deal at Sam's, but It was a smaller guitar, played for smaller kids. I wanted to have something a little bit bigger. I also wanted the acoustic sound, not the electric guitar sound. So that for me was a gift where I was like, oh man, I really wish I had that. And who knows where I could have been? Right now, I could have been, on the stage, Ma. I could have been on the stage.
I could have been a rock
I could have been a rock star, Ma. You hear this heartthrob right here? I could have had. I'm just playing. I love you.
I know one for rock.
What was that?
He wanted so bad cable internet.
Yeah.
When it first came out, and he was like dying for it.
Oh my God, I was too.
Christmas present.
That's so weird how like you came so far like that. That's what you want.
It's crazy that a kid had to beg for cable internet and use it as his Christmas present choice.
I think that people don't understand that stuff nowadays.
No, they don't. Like, they're born with cable internet. They didn't know that going on it.
We would run a phone line all the way from his bedroom, from his computer, all the way to his kitchen. Oh, I remember that.
I remember that. Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's the way it was out there for everybody wondering if we were climbing up hills in the snow, on glass.
Oh yeah, back in my day,
I
had to sign into AOL and wait and pray that no one else was using the phone or the fax machine so that I can go on and so I can check my AOL mail.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember being on raids in EverQuest, and then somebody makes a phone call, and that is gone. Like you're out. Disconnected. Disconnected. Why? Somebody called your house, man. That
was me calling you. That was me calling you.
Exactly. Somebody's just calling you, man. So you have to call the people you knew. You're like, don't call me for the next 3 hours. I'm gonna be on a video game. Okay, you got it? All right, cool. We're good.
That's crazy. I never even thought about that. How would you even raid? Because what if your mom or dad need to talk on the phone?
You got off. This was the remember that kid that you watched on YouTube that was trying to jam that remote controller off your ass? You're like, what the? What are you talking about? I can't control the situation, and I gotta get off so you can make a phone call.
That's crazy. What if you had your own landline? Eventually, kids started getting their own landline, and would that work?
That was the rich kids, man. That was Eastlake at my time in life.
I had
Eastlake kids.
Yeah, damn, their own landlines.
They had their own landline. They were able to jump on. Didn't matter. I was like, oh man, if the freaking anybody called.
Had their Nokia cell phones playing Snake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you remember Snake?
Yeah.
Oh
man.
Well, Clay, so what was your toy?
Well, so I mentioned the Power Ranger in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I did have another one. We were talking about GoldenEye N64, and N64, very much similar to Rocco's experience with the Wii, was my hot item. I wanted the N64 so bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
and this was the first console I remember just begging for. Man, my dad, again, was just looking all over New Jersey and all over, even he started going into New York and parts of Pennsylvania to find this N64. It was sold out everywhere. And this was at a point in my life where, Santa wasn't real, and it was pretty much, Dad, this is what I want you guys to get me. And he was kind of like, hey, man, I'm trying here, but I don't, it's kind of tough. And, he eventually told me afterwards that he was worried. He's like, man, they were about to tell me, this ain't
he's playing you.
He
was playing you.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. And they really, they were really pretty much, it was the end of November. And it was he's like, I couldn't find anything, so we're gonna probably we're gonna go to New York for my sister Taryn, her birthday. Afterwards, we're gonna have to sit Clinton down. We're gonna have to tell him he's gonna have to pick something else because this is, and N64 was expensive. That was really the only thing I was gonna get that year.
How much was it? How much was it?
It was $500.
Yeah, I was gonna say at that time it was half a G, bro. It was a lot of money. Yeah,
it was a lot of money.
No joke.
I didn't think. I thought the Wii was the most expensive NES system type thing.
No, man, these things were pricey as hell.
N64s were that much?
Yeah.
So I remember we got one, but it was $100 though, I thought. It wasn't like that. Really?
No.
No, because they were that's why my parents were the same way. They were freaking out about trying to buy one. They wanted to get one too at the same time, but they were dude, it's really costs a lot of money. And
games used to cost $80, $70.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my mom up right now and tell her thank you.
Man. Yeah.
No joke. That's $500. I think about doing that right now for the girls. That's
the PlayStations and all that different stuff too. They were always way high.
Yeah.
They were I understand the PS4 because it's state of the art.
Yeah, but
PlayStation was $500,
bro.
Oh, was that really $500?
I mean, it was
that's
three.
All of that.
That's back then.
Yeah. Like you're experiencing it all right now, but imagine what our parents were. These were like this was the frontier of that whole gaming industry at home. You know what I mean? You're no longer having to go to an arcade. You can play these at home. It's the same thing with the computer. The computer was so much fucking money, man.
Oh,
To get the first computer
computers
paying out the ass for a thing that was a calculator and could
Okay.
do a notepad. You know?
So we went a little overboard.
Sorry.
About twice as much. The N64 was $250 when it launched.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, there you go. But still,
Okay.
that's a lot.
That's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that's around 500. I feel like nowadays. Like I don't know what it's with
That's what I'm
inflation.
saying. Talk about inflation and
inflation
everything else
product.
that's occurring. Heck yeah, because at that time I could have still bought a $25 candy bars that are now $1.25. You know what I mean? Like a whole dollar more. Absolutely, inflation has gone up.
yeah, inflammation, man. That sucks.
My
Yeah,
Inflation and money. I wish.
The price of games were $70 for N64, which would equate to about $100 today.
yeah.
And I'm
$70?
Yeah, and I'm looking for. Okay, so 36
See, that's
years of
serious.
console
Think
prices.
about that now. Think about how many Steve, think about how many
God,
N64
a
video
shit
games
ton
you
of
guys
video-
own. You
Yeah,
guys own
ton.
like a tray that I could pull, and I was like,
Oh, yeah,
holy
dude.
hell, you guys have all these games? You're like, yeah, man, I don't even play
Yeah,
them.
Pokemon
Like, what?
Stadium. We had freaking. Remember that game? That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
the
take
N64, it was around $300 around today.
Right.
Probably
I guess
was
this
even, probably was even more when
But-
people were trying to sell them like on the black market and stuff like that.
But the PlayStation was around $450.
But-
So they're up there, man. They're pretty
Wow.
expensive.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so anyway, it was
Yeah,
really
sorry.
expensive and it was really hard to find. So we end up going to New York for my sister's birthday. We're gonna go see a play, and then another big thing we wanted to go to was FAO Schwartz, which was the giant toy building thing that was featured in Home Alone. So we go there, we're walking around, and my dad and I are kind of looking at all these toys. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then my dad like trips, and he falls down, and he looks over, and he sees a mountain of N64s. And he's like, holy mother of God! So he grabs
Yes.
one, and he's like, and I'm watching my dad, like, and this is how crazy it was, like, that I realized that, like, he saw, and I'm watching my dad buy my Christmas present for me. And I'm like,
Yes.
this is sweet. And at the same time,
I'm in heaven.
yeah, and at
You
the
can hear
same
all the
time,
angels singing. They're like, Clay, what do you want?
and at the same time,
The shaman.
I love it.
and my dad was like, he was about to buy a bunch of them and starts flipping them for
Oh
extra
yeah, you
cash.
probably could. Yeah.
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 And so he got, and then I got Super Mario 64, and he's like, you can get one more game.
Yeah.
Which one do you want, Wave Race or Pilot Wings?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Wave Racer, remember
Please
Wave
sing
Racer?
Joseph.
Yeah.
Please sing
I was like, I don't care.
I don't
And
care.
that was the stupidest decision I ever made because I got Pilot Wings. And
Oh,
I
oh
really wanted
my
Wave Race.
God.
I really wanted Wave
Race
Race.
was badass.
Wave Race was
Yeah.
so
Wave
amazing.
Race was the game, man.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was the best game ever. The backflips you could do, the front
Yeah.
barrel,
Yeah.
like the barrel rolls, everything you do on the jet ski was the bomb. I love that
hated
game.
Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings was balls.
Yeah.
That thing was farts, man. Like, Wave Race was the shit. And I was
Dude,
so
it was
pissed.
so sick. It was
Yeah.
so sick. I remember we used to have battles on those N64s too. The Mario World. I mean, that game was
That game was
like
great.
awesome too. By the way, but like Blitz, we had
Oh.
like serious
Blitz.
competitions. Blitz,
Oh,
GoldenEye. That's another like throwback. That was an insane N64 game. That was a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
Star Fox. You guys remember
Star Fox,
Star Fox?
dude. Yeah.
Dude, I love the fact that we could play in a spaceship, flying around, like doing all these amazing things. Dude, I loved Star Fox.
It was like choose your own
to play
adventure.
Slippy. Slippy, the worst
Yeah.
damn character ever invented.
Yeah.
I love that, man. That 64, that console is what changed and like revolutionized gaming for me personally.
Oh, yeah.
Like Nintendo was a lot of fun. I got into it. But then when N64 came out, it was like a whole different ball game of gaming came out.
Yeah.
And like my reception personally as a kid to gaming, it was like, oh, I'm in. I like this. Like this is where Mario Party came out. It was like this whole concept of how it I remember lots of times being around Ian's table is about games in my life brought a lot of people together.
Yeah.
Like it was always about at the earlier times before the MMO,
it was even, it brought a lot of people together at the dinner table, and you sit around and you all play together as a family. You know, you got 4 people, that's how many people that can play Max, and you got 4 people playing it on a little 19-inch screen TV, because that's all you have. You're having a blast doing it. You know what I mean? Like, and it didn't matter. It was like, that's what was kind of cool about that time. I like that, the N64.
Yeah.
The N64 was a hot machine, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that one other toy.
I could see that though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steve, did you have a toy?
Honestly, it wasn't a toy. But now I'm thinking back on it and everything like that. Like, I was pretty much, you know, like Rocco, I got pretty much everything I wanted. Even sometimes I got to pick out what I wanted, like, and I knew exactly what I was getting and everything like that. Because at one point my mom was just like, "Here, you know, you're older now. Just pick what you want. You know what you're gonna get, but you're not gonna get it until Christmas." That was the worst part too, anyways. By the way.
Yeah.
But no, the one thing I really wanted more than anything that I didn't actually get until I was 19, that I actually had to wait for like my income tax check and everything like that, is actually the computer, which I still have today. Like,
holy
9. Yeah, it's that old, man.
Holy
I do have a
moly.
9-year-old computer?
Yes, but it's upgraded to its full potential. Like, I can't upgrade it anymore.
Hashtag
So, like,
get Steve a new computer.
Yes. Yes. So, like, yeah, but it's been running good. You know what I mean? It's actually right next to me and everything. But, like, I was so happy. Dude, like, I was getting online every day. Like, I knew, like, is it, like, coming? Like, where's it at? Oh, it's in Ohio now? Oh, it's here? Like, why the hell is it? Why the hell has it been there for 8 hours? Why is it not here yet? You know, it's like, it's crazy. It was so much. And when I finally got it, dude, I was like, I remember, like, no joke, I knew it was coming that day, and they said if I didn't answer the door, that they would take it. They would take it, like, to the whatever, and they would have to come back the next day. Or if the thing was, they were delivering it on Saturday, so I wouldn't get it until, like, Monday or Tuesday.
No way.
I slept by the door, no joke, entire night. I knew they weren't going to come until, like, next morning, whatever, so like that. But, like, I couldn't sleep at all that whole entire night.
Yeah.
Like, anything that was, like, coming by the door, footsteps, I would, like, run up and look through the little eye hole and everything. Dude, I'm 19. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You know, I've had a job since I was 15. But, dude, I remember getting that. I remember unwrapping it, dude. I remember, like, getting anything I could, like little air dusters, like, even shit. It had no chance to collect dust on it. Like, it was like my baby. It was almost like a car, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I remember that feeling. And, like, the great thing is, I'm listening to all these stories and everything. Like, and now being a parent, dude, and actually going out there and getting the stuff for your kid, like, you know what your parents feel like and everything like that. Like, like, I remember getting Kira, like, and it was so benign to me. Like, it was like a Sims expansion pack game, right? And I got her, like, 2 expansion packs. You know, I got her all these other toys, like, everything else. When she opened this one expansion pack, she started crying. Like, something that she wanted, like, so bad. And I didn't realize how bad she wanted it, but she did. You know what I mean? It's kind of like with us and our stories and everything.
Yeah.
I guess,
exactly.
but, like, I don't know, man. I think it's, like, just, yeah, but anyways, the computer and everything, like, that was my biggest.
I think a lot of people don't know our hurt, man. I don't think they know our pain. I mean, there's some out there. Hashtag about to be 30, I believe this group is. So if you guys wanted to get, like, an understanding of where our age was, that was a big deal.
You outed us.
Days.
Those computers, getting a computer was a big deal.
Yeah.
There was a lot to it, and they were expensive.
And they were huge.
Mine was 14. Yeah, it was like 1400, I think. Yeah.
So what's really funny about computers is we got a gateway when I was early teens, and it was like
Gateway.
The gateway, the cow.
Yeah.
It was a great computer, but I'll never forget this. I used to go on the computer and I'd get a huge glass of juice, and it would be filled to the top. And I sat down one day and I knocked it over.
No!
Oh my god, my parents were livid. But
I don't doubt, man. That's scary.
We ended up cleaning it. We cleaned it. We took the case off, cleaned everything. Worked perfect for like 6 years.
Wow. Yep.
But
You can't do that
nice.
nowadays.
No.
You can't do that nowadays.
That's the thing that a lot of kids like that. I mean, they feel like you know, awesome to humanity to be able to give technology at such a young age nowadays, where they can be on things like laptops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But man, like when it was first coming out, that was a big deal. You spilling a juice was like, I'm surprised
that's a very-
it didn't end your life and put you
Yeah.
in the grave. You know what I mean? Like that was a
expensive.
big deal. Like they just
compare
broke
that
on
to
a
what-
mortgage, man.
I was just saying, compare that to something today. Like, what would be that huge? Like that, Xbox.
like a
cell phone,
I said
right?
cell phone. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, cell phone. Yeah, I said it'd be a cell phone. Like,
Or
yeah,
like a tablet, like an iPad, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that would be
So you're
something.
saying
It'd be
about
like an
how
IT or
abilities
something
or
like that,
what?
like something crazy.
well, like something
Yeah.
to break. Like nowadays, like you have and then you just break it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So I guess
do your kids have iPads?
they have iPads that have actually
Okay.
phones and everything, but like
Hmm.
they break them. Doesn't matter.
So for my
Yeah.
kid, I mean, I got him like right now. He's got called a Leapfrog. It's like a kid iPad, which is built like probably a brick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they can't break it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they can drop it, do other different things, and the only type of games that they can play on it are like learning games, at least for him right now. But he's younger; he's 4. So kids, you know, Steven's kids are older and stuff.
Man,
Yeah,
4 years.
I mean, but can he maneuver through an iPad? Can he maneuver through a computer? Yes,
cats can do it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This kid knows how to go in and out of the PlayStation 4 because he's been doing it for the past 2 years of his life. You know what I mean? Like,
I
he knows how
thought
to
about
go,
it, I can't
like,
do that.
oh, I gotta get out of this. I want to go watch that show on Netflix. Let me get out of Hulu. Let me go over here. If I want to
close application.
Like,
Close.
this kid's like, it's ridiculous. But that's just, like I said, like what we're talking about, you know, like
That's
kids
awesome.
are getting used to it a lot earlier than we were, and when we got it, it wasn't even like it was capable of doing much at the time. We
Yeah.
still
This is
played
a
the
whole
N64
other
because the
topic.
computer was out.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
You
Okay.
know?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna. Should we? We've kind of run this topic. Do you guys want to
Yes.
save some of this for the sequel?
Yeah, let's
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
To
Sorry,
be
Rocco. Sorry,
Yeah.
Rocco. Well, listen, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Rocco, I'm gonna let you do an awesome job of getting everybody pumped up and your requests. So why don't you?
Okay. Hey guys, we wanted to say, you know, thank you so much for participating in the Everything and Nothing show. We love you guys out there. We appreciate you guys coming to listen to us every week and every day with our topics that we have out there. Absolutely, like we always end with it. Please send us any type of comments, any topics, anything you guys would like to hear us talk about. We do have kind of a leeway, so if you put something out there, it might be a month or something like that out. But we love to hear the feedback, anything that we're discussing that people like more than others. If you guys want to hear some of that stuff, like the stress things, or let's go deeper into about the computers and our past or whatever it is, please, like I said, send us some shout-outs. We love you guys. We love everybody that's participating in it. And
Yes. And the most
exactly.
important thing is to get on there and like, share, subscribe, and share with your
Yes.
friends.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you all. It's been a pleasure and an honor to entertain you guys. We'll see you next week. In the meantime, keep thinking about everything and nothing. Take care.
Yes.
See ya.
Peace.
Awesome.
Peace.
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 Peace. Peace. Peace.
I like it.